Winter is making one more push across North Texas. Some of us could even see snow today. All of this at the start of spring break and road trips for some families. Here's a live look at the roads right now in Fort Worth. You can see a little wiggle. I'm assuming that's from the wind as well because it is windy out there. Thank you for joining us this midday. I'm Sonia Azad. We do have team coverage for you this hour. Our crew's checking on the roads, but we want to start with meteorologist Mariel Ruiz. It is windy. It is super cold, but we knew this was coming. You guys warned us.
Yeah, with several days in advance. And the good news, Sonia, is that it's only for today. So
that is great news.
we see the sunshine come back for Saturday and for Sunday, but today we need to be prepared. Here is what it looks like out there right now on radar. South of Interstate 20, that's where we have the rain focusing in. Now this rain could be mixing in with some freezing rain, and that is likely just north of Cleburne. Otherwise, just cold rain. We are seeing a bit of a break across Denton and Collin counties at the moment because this moisture that has exited those counties now across the Red River has transitioned into snow. So I'm going to take you in here across the Metroplex. What we have now is rain moving back in across Tarrant and Dallas County. At the moment, it's across the southern part of the county, and we are going to see this very light. Temperatures are actually climbing. I've seen this climb about 1-2 degrees in the past, say, hour or so. We are staying just above that freezing point across the Metroplex with 34 degrees in Dallas, 36 in Grand Prairie, 34 in Alliance, 36 at DFW Airport, Louisville, 32 in Fort Worth. You get the picture. We're just above freezing. I want to point out, though, Wise County, Decatur at 30 degrees, Bowie 31. 29 in Chico. We are looking at temperatures slowly dropping again where it is a little drier. So we'll notice that some of this moisture could very well pick back up. And if it happens to be in an area that's below freezing, well, we're going to see some winter precip. This is what we're going to see in terms of accumulations, anywhere between a trace to about half of an inch, going to be likely for Mineral Wells, Denton, McKinney, towards the north into the Red River. Going to see slightly less amounts across the Metroplex, anywhere between a trace to maybe 1/10 of an inch. And then south of that, it's going to be just the cold rain. This is where we're noticing most of the rain hanging out, is south of Interstate 20. We have even the potential to pick up 2 inches of snow, or up to 2 inches closer to the Red River. This is how it's going to progress. From now until about 2 in the afternoon, we'll notice this moisture pushing east of Interstate 35. Most of us will see the drying out by middle of the afternoon. This is Friday around 2 in the afternoon. The more it progresses east, we'll see that dry air coming in. And yes, it's going to be windy. This is also going to help bring down the wind chill. It's going to feel like the teens in the 20s here, even though those temperatures are staying in the low 30s. Let's go ahead now, check in on our roadways with Stacia.
Yeah, let's take a closer look at some of those elevated surfaces. So here's another check of the high five, and you can even see some potential slick conditions on those roadways. It does look like traffic is moving through there with relative ease. Watch your speed on these bridges and overpasses because you can hit some of this patchy ice and not even know that it's there. So the good news is traffic's still relatively light, but we do have a few accidents to let you know about. Texas Loop 12 northbound at Airport, you have a collision there. And then also in Dallas County, I-635 eastbound at Marsh Lane. That is in the clearing stages. It looks like that backup, that congestion has eased from that collision already. Another problem we have, 161 northbound at Northgate Drive, a little bit of congestion there along 161 in those northbound lanes. You can see that spot of red there on your map showing that slowdown. Again, a little bit of a slowdown. I-35E northbound right around the Dallas Zoo. That's been going on for a while. And 45 finally cleared out northbound at 175. You don't have that problem there. You do have some slowdown along I-30 eastbound as it's crossing I-45. But for the most part, traffic, especially for a Friday, has been relatively light. I think folks have been taking the safe route, staying inside. So continue to do that if you can. It's not a really fun day to be on the roads. And you can see just with the weather and the map combined, you do have, again, some precipitation down the southern portion south of Dallas around Lancaster, Burleson, Kaufman, some problems there. The future cast looks like you could get some more later on, as Mariel said. Let's go ahead and check in with Chris Sadeghi and see what's going on in Tarrant County. Chris, you've been all over the place today.
Yeah, Stacia, we've been out on the roads all morning long and have not seen a whole lot of issues. Right now we're in Fort Worth on I-30 and you can see the roads are dry, they are clear, everything going right along. Now, we have seen the occasional shower here and there as we've made our way across the viewing area this morning. These showers have not lasted very long. They are enough to make the road a little bit wet, perhaps a little bit slick. Now, if any of that water stays on the road when we dip below freezing, that's when you could really see a lot of the issues with that glaze that we saw a couple weeks ago and the slipping and sliding. So keep that in mind if that temperature drops. When it drops, of course, TxDOT was out across the area, Dallas County, Collin County, Denton County, and here in Tarrant County, putting down some of the brine on the roads just in case that happened. They really focus on the bridges and overpasses since those are the problem spots. But right now, you're not seeing those problems. But stay vigilant as the temperature drops and we get into the evening. Sonia, back to you.
Chris, thank you. Some of you guys are starting spring break. Some of you are wrapping it up at this point. Either way, that means a busy day at the airports. Here's a live look at both DFW and Dallas Love Field. Now, both airports did see delays of about 45 minutes earlier because of the wind that I mentioned, but it's gotten a bit better at this hour. We are tracking this for you all day long. You can certainly find updates on weather and travel on our WFAA app.